Hey you guys, it's Peter, and I'm back. Of course I'm back. I'm not going anywhere. Beast! Peekaboo, I see you because I'm YouTube famous now. Available New Year's 2024, the album, Dad, Shimmy Shimmy, AF, Rock on Gold Dust, Woman. Beast! Happy Thursday. How are you guys doing today? I thought today I would be making a Michaela Nogueira video, but you are going to have to wait. Yes, you out there in YouTube land are going to have to wait till tomorrow. I know. You guys are like, I'm so sad. How am I ever going to make it through another day without a Michaela Nogueira video? But you're going to have to, okay? Because I have something else I need to talk about today, and that is Jeffree Star returning to his villain status. And you know, Jeffree Star always claims that people want to call him the villain, and he's always like, people always say I'm the villain, and what we're not going to do in 2023 is call Jeffree Star the villain. Well, you know, Jeffree, here, I have some suggestions for you, okay? Welcome to drama class. Get your Trapper Keeper out and take notes. And here is the first part of the lesson today. It's very simple, okay? If you do not want to be the villain of 2023, just don't be the villain of 2023. And what has he done? He has come out and proven yet again that he is the villain. And we're going to talk about that today in a TikTok that he did when he reviewed, well, he said it was a review of Hailey Bieber's Brand Road skincare line, but it really wasn't a review at all. And it's really interesting because the comments on his TikTok are rather in favor of his little TikTok review that he did. But everywhere else, he is getting criticized like crazy. And so I want to talk about that in this video today. But before I get into sharing with you guys the actual TikTok that he did and getting to that part of it, I want to show you a video clip that he put out earlier in the day when he talked about shredding negativity and all this kind of stuff. And, you know, he didn't say this, but basically like, I'm so happy that I'm back from Paris and peace, love, and all this kind of stuff, okay? So I want to show you this video clip because I think it's interesting that he then posted this TikTok when earlier in the day he had come out on his Instagram story and he had posted this. So here you go.
You guys, good morning. It's been a few days since I've been back from Paris. I've been catching up on the ranch, doing endless emails, chores, assignments. So it's time to dive into makeup reviews again. So sit tight, buckle up. We've had a few days off to recharge, and baby, we're back. Also, it's already mid-March. This year is going by so quickly. So a few times a year, I like to just cleanse all the negativity and anyone that is evil out of my life. So it's been nice to trim you negative fucking fake ass hoes. But I feel amazing. Life is so great, and don't let the demons get you.
So there you have Jeffree Star coming out and saying that, you know, once a year he shreds every bit of negativity from his life, which, hey, listen, I think that's fine. I think that's great to shred negativity and toxicity from your life, you know? I think you also, at times, need to take a look and say, am I the one that's negative? Am I the one that is toxic? Because it seems to me that Jeffree Star doesn't have a whole lot of people around him anymore, you know? So I'm kind of wondering what other people would say about Jeffree Star that have been close to him at times and are no longer close to him. Is it that they are the ones that are toxic and negative? Because that's always the game that Jeffree Star plays. Or is it in fact that Jeffree Star is the one that is negative and toxic? And, you know, often when I do videos about Jeffree Star, and I'll say, for me, I haven't seen that he's changed. And people are like, what more do you want from this man to show that he's changed? Well, this is a pretty clear example, this TikTok, that he hasn't changed as a person. So, without further ado, best supporting actor in the role of a villain. Let's show this TikTok of Jeffree Star's. Here you go.
Hi guys. This came in the mail. So I just got back from Paris. I've been catching up here at the Star Yak Ranch, and life has been really fucking busy. So we are fully back to reviewing makeup, and this came in the mail. Okay, so the packaging is so boring. And then I open it up, and girl, she literally looks like she wants to die. Like, focus. Oh my God, that face is like, why did I do this? Why did I create a skincare brand? So when you're privileged and you use daddy's money and you've never worked a day in your life, I guess this is what we're doing. Okay, you guys, I don't even know what to say. This is so boring. I'm not even trying to be funny for once. This is what she's giving. In this house, we are Team Selena and we are team not bullying anyone. So we're gonna skip today's review. Wait. She doesn't even deserve a pink trash can. And just like Shawn Mendes said, bye.
Okay, so there's Jeffree Star's TikTok that we're talking about today. Now, two things out of the gate happened very, very quickly when he posted this TikTok. One was that it was taken down. Really quickly it was taken down. And everybody assumed that he had deleted it, right? The second thing was that people were clocking it for the fact that, assuming that he said that it was PR and that it actually wasn't a PR kit in there. Now, I have watched this TikTok. He doesn't say that it's PR. But this is something that Jeffree Star has done. I mean, this is a tale as old as time, right? Where Jeffree Star will get in a video and he will say, you know, I got this in the mail or whatever. And he doesn't say like, I bought it, I got online and I purchased it, or I had my people buy it for me. He doesn't say any of that. He just says, I got it in the mail. Basically allowing the audience to assume that he was sent this PR, okay? And a lot of people were clocking it, comparing it to other PR reviews that have been done in comparison to Rhode Skincare and saying that it wasn't PR, right? And so people were saying, well, Jeffree Star, he paid for this out of his own pocket and then threw it in the trash and didn't even review it, which we're going to get into in just a second, right? But it was taken down and people were like, why did Jeffree Star delete this? Is it because people are calling him out for it not being a PR kit and he acted like it was a PR kit and blah, 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 whatever, okay? You know, when you look at a situation like that, you have to assume that means if Jeffree Star deletes something, which, listen, we know through the years that Jeffree Star with Twitter and things like that is very quick to tweet and delete, right? But on a Twitter or on a TikTok, if he were to do a review, right, and then take it down, that would mean that he would have to admit absolute fault of what people were saying. And Jeffree's not going to do that, okay? One thing Jeffree has never proven and never will do is to get into a video, a TikTok, a tweet, and take full responsibility, like full humble responsibility, okay? I'm talking about practicing the act of humility, where you don't blame it on something else, where you don't put it on something else, where you don't say, oh, I'm a changed person, and you don't tell everybody how you've changed, and then you continue to go on and do the same things you've done before. I'm talking about absolute humility, where you just own the acts of your mistakes, right? We have never seen that from Jeffree Star, and we probably never will see that from Jeffree Star. I'm past the point of thinking that that's ever going to happen, right? Okay, so what happens is he comes out in another Instagram story and he says, he explains why it was taken down. So here is this one.
Okay, I just did a review on TikTok of Rhode Skin by Miss Hailey. If you don't have TikTok, you're missing out. Oh, a lot of you just alerted me that my review is gone. I just logged on the TikTok and it says under review. I've never had this happen to a video, so I don't know what that means. I mean, I do, but like, what's offensive? My honesty? Did Hailey's PR team already attack it? What's happening?
So that's Jeffree Star saying that he doesn't know why this happened. It's never happened to him before, right? Now, shortly after this, he puts out another Instagram story and he said that it is back on TikTok. So if you want to go see the TikTok and you want to read all of the comments that are over there, it's up and it's over on TikTok, right? But it's interesting to me that he said that he has never had this happen before, right? Well, it's obvious that this Jeffree Star approved review is completely different than any other review that he's done in the past, right? And I mean, he's really coming for, you know, Hailey Bieber in this. He's, you know, indirectly coming kind of for her looks. He's talking about her being of privilege and things like that, which I'm not saying that she's not. I mean, she has 2 movie star parents and things like that, right? But, you know, it's interesting to me that he doesn't see that to some degree that people would see this as bullying. It's also very interesting, the timing to me, you know? When you look at everything that Jeffree Star has been doing in the last 6 months, it's like everything that he does is trying to get some kind of attention or relevancy. And I mean, almost to the point where it's really desperate and pathetic. It's really sad. I mean, the biggest story that is going on right now in pop culture is this feud between Selena Gomez and Hailey Bieber, right? And so what does he do? He inserts himself kind of in the middle of it and says, you know, we're Team Selena. And then he does this review of the skincare brand to make it apply to him and his brand of what he does, right? And then he comes out and he does this TikTok where he just shows the packaging. I mean, I can't even imagine if real, true makeup gurus would have reviewed his makeup back in the day and just shown the packaging. And I can tell you, as somebody that has purchased Jeffree Star makeup in the past, you know, back way in the day when I used to give away his palettes and stuff like that, the packaging is not that incredible, okay? I mean, I don't know what it's like today, but back in the day, it was literally like a palette in a box, okay? It didn't really, to be honest with you, look a whole lot different than the Hailey Bieber packaging. It really didn't, with a little card in there and all that kind of stuff. So I don't really understand what he's coming for. The other thing that I think is interesting is, you know, when you want to talk about, I don't know, somebody's credibility and things like that, Jeffree Star is the CEO of a skincare line, right? Not to mention his makeup line, but also he has his skincare line out now, you know? So you have a CEO of a skincare line doing a review of another skincare line, and you don't even have the professionalism to get in a video and actually review the products. You just throw them in the trash, right? Which says that what you are doing is, you are just doing it to hype up and bring attention to this TikTok to get your views and to get followers over on TikTok. It has nothing to do with the review whatsoever. Because if Jeffree Star really took himself as a professional, he would have actually reviewed those products. He would have actually sat down and said, you know, the packaging, I'm not impressed by the packaging, so that's first thing. But let's dive into these products and see what I think, you know, number one. Number two, I don't think, period, end of story, it's appropriate for a CEO of one competitive brand to be reviewing another competitive brand. It doesn't really make sense, you know? And for years and years and years, Jeffree Star has gotten away with it. And the reason why he has gotten away with it is because of his suggested honest reviews that he has done, his Jeffree Star review, you know, reviews that he does. So even when he has a competitive brand, he will come out and say, well, I really like this, or I don't really like this. And so people can see that he seems to be somewhat honest in what he's doing. But this doesn't seem honest. This seems personal. And this seems hyped up for the pop culture whole situation of not going to throw it in the pink trash can. It doesn't even deserve the pink trash can. It just deserves a dumpster out in the garage kind of thing, right? And so, and people are, you know, laughing about it on TikTok and thinking it's really funny. But when you take it over to Twitter, people don't think it's funny. In fact, people are calling him out left and right. So I wanted to read you some of these comments. I found this article, or this tweet, that was put out by Buzzing Pop, and it just, you know, some Twitter account, and they said, Jeffree Star slams Hailey Bieber's Road PR package and now deleted TikTok video. And then they put the quote at the end, like Shawn Mendes said, bye. And they put a picture of Jeffree Star in the TikTok, right? Okay. When you read the comments under here, it is so interesting that people literally come for Jeffree Star, right? I mean, literally come for him. So I wanted to read you some of these comments. I mean, all these people call this out for not being PR packaging, first of all. Somebody said, that isn't even Road PR packaging. If you're going to be a news source, at least fact check before you post. They're coming for the people, not him, whatever. And somebody said, how ironic that he doesn't support bullying, LOL, right? Saying that Jeffree Star doesn't support bullying and negativity, and he's all about love and all this kind of stuff. But then he comes for Hailey Bieber. And really, what was interesting to me, because several years ago, there was a huge incident that happened within the drama community where a drama channel had made a comment about Jeffree Star's looks, and it was a huge deal. It was a huge deal, right? And so to flash forward 2 or 3 years and Jeffree Star be on the other end of that, where he's talking about Hailey Bieber and she looks like she just would rather be somewhere else or whatever, and criticizing her looks and that, criticize the skincare, okay? You know, you're a person that has a skincare brand out. I don't think it's appropriate for a CEO of a skincare brand to be reviewing another skincare brand. That's just my personal opinion, right? But if you're going to do it, at least do an actual review of the skincare, you know? Do an actual review and say, I think that the whatever, you know, the components of what they sent it in are crap, and I don't think that it looks nice at all and whatever, but I'm gonna review the products. But to come for Hailey Bieber and all of this, not to mention what's interesting to me is that he comes for her privilege, which I'm not denying that this girl has tons of privilege, okay? I'm not. And I'm not going to get into the whole war between Selena Gomez and Hailey Bieber in this video. I may be making that video very soon, right? But what's interesting to me is Jeffree Star has never had a problem before hanging out with people that have privilege, ever. Ever, period, you know? So that is really interesting to me. But when you read these comments, I mean, they're pretty cutthroat. Somebody said, well, somebody in here said, well, this is him, Jeffree Star, no wonder he is Team Selena. And they put this tweet up from 2010, which is where he tweets out, who else wonders how big Justin Bieber's dick is, okay? Which a lot of people have brought that tweet up over the years again. Somebody said, deleted because it's not her PR packaging and he's embarrassed, which we know now is not true. Somebody said, I don't support Hailey, but Jeffree shouldn't be allowed to even choose any side considering how shady and problematic he has been throughout. Somebody said, okay, goes on about, somebody said, here we are, here we're not team bullying, proceeds to be a bully. Somebody said, wrong, it was under review, and he spoke about it in his Insta story. Okay, so he spoke about it in his Insta story. Well, the reason why it was under review was because he was being mean to Hailey Bieber. And it doesn't really matter who you're being mean to. It speaks to Jeffree Star's character of him speaking about this person this way. No matter what team you are, okay? It speaks to who Jeffree Star is as a person. So anyway, it goes on. And people, I mean, so many people are commenting about this not being a PR package, right? And then, hold on a second. I wanted to get this. And then today, he tweets out and he said, honesty is a B sometimes, 100%. He always puts that 100%. Get over it. And the first comment on this video is, you didn't even review the product. How is that the truth? You've used the drama to have a viral TikTok. You clearly are biased in this situation, which is so true. He is clearly biased in this situation. There's a couple more comments I wanted to read. Hold on a second. Somebody, I mean, here it is. This is not a PR package. You have Twitter blue. Okay, somebody said this is not a PR package. He sure loves to keep it real, and no matter how racist he is, we can always count on Jeffree Star on makeup. Seems to always drop on the perfect time. Interesting. And I think that's an interesting point. You know, it's like people always want to say, oh, but Jeffree Star is so honest. And, you know, I went over to TikTok and I was looking at these people that were like doing duets and stitches or whatever with his TikTok, and they were like laughing and they think it's really funny and all this kind of stuff. Jeffree Star didn't do a review, okay? He didn't do a review of the skincare. I'm confused about that. I would have respected him more had Jeffree Star come out and done a review of the skincare and said it's crap, okay? And thrown it in the trash. If he wanted to do that, I would have respected him more. But he wonders why people call him a bully, and then he pulls stunts like that. And the reason why is he doesn't care. He doesn't care, and he doesn't care to change. And he knows he doesn't have to, because it's never going to affect him in the long run, because people aren't going to hold him accountable for it. And he's got all these people over here, and they say, but Jeffree Star, they forget everything that he has ever done in his entire past. They make excuses for it. They continue to stand by him, and even though they're not buying his products anymore because he can't sell out of a product to save his life, right? Which is why he needs these viral TikToks to bring attention to his brand, because I do think that this is indirectly a marketing tool to bring attention to his skincare brand. But, you know, what they always say is, it doesn't matter what Jeffree Star did in his past. It doesn't matter about all that kind of stuff. Even Jeffree Star came out not too long ago and said, people always bring up stuff from my past. Oh, it's so boring. No, it's not boring, okay? It's indicative of who you are, who you were, and how you haven't changed. And yet, here we are, okay? What is today? March 16th of 2023. And what is today's date? Let me make sure I get it right. March 16th of 2023. And here is a TikTok that you have posted, okay, that shows that you are still as nasty of a person as you were 5 years ago, 10 years ago. And it shows you haven't changed as a person. So I don't care how many gold couch apology videos you do. It doesn't matter, okay? It doesn't matter how many times you moved that couch around your house, no matter how good the lighting was. It doesn't matter how many NFL boyfriends you have or how many rapper boyfriends you have. It doesn't matter how relevant you try to stay. You haven't changed as a person. And that is very, very obvious. And I think it's going to be something like this. It's going to end up taking him down eventually, because he's going to come out and there's enough people that are on the rise that are going to say, we're just kind of over this. Somebody commented and said, what's funny about this is the people supporting this and laughing at it are the same people calling Hailey Bieber a racist and a bully. But Jeffree Star is a whole racist bully, and then they go on to say something else. And you all think this is a serve? So they say that. And then anyway, so there's somebody says, Jeffree Star, we are Team Selena and not bullying anyone. Proceeds to bully Hailey about her PR package. Trust me, I don't like Hailey either. This is hypocritical. No one likes a hypocrite. So, you know, it's just interesting that Jeffree Star comes out and he has this TikTok that he's going to do, which is unlike any review that he's done. Actually, having covered drama in the drama community and the beauty space for the last 6.5 years, like, this is old school Jeffree Star for me. Like, this is like Jeffree Star when I first came onto the scene 6.5 years ago in 2016. And so it's interesting to me. I'm like, my question is, what is going on with Jeffree Star? You know, there's a lot of speculation that business is not good behind the scenes, that there are other things that are going on behind the scenes. I'm like, what is going on with Jeffree Star behind the scenes? He always comes out and says, I'm the happiest I've ever been. I'm at the most peaceful I've ever been. Peaceful, happy people don't act this way. They just don't, okay? Now, desperate, pathetic business people act this way when they need to get, you know, attention to their brand. They do this kind of stuff. And when he comes out and he says that, you know, like, honesty or truth is, you know, 100% or whatever, okay? If 100% truth would have been actually sitting down and doing a review of the skincare. And here's the thing. He can't come out, and he may, but he can't come out now and dig that package out of the trash and actually do a review of it, because it's a little too late. You've already said what you had to say about the packaging. You've already come out and said that it's crap. So anything that you say now is going to make you look like a fool, okay? Even though I know the Jeffree Star fans of the world are going to eat it up and be like, oh, because he's going to come out, and even if he does a review of her skincare, he's going to say he hates it. He has to. He has to come out and say that he hates it, right? You know, I mean, he'll push 100 e.l.f. brand products before he'll ever push a Hailey Bieber brand. Why? Because Hailey Bieber is popular right now. The NFL, the Super Bowl was happening, so all of a sudden he had an NFL boyfriend. We haven't heard about that NFL boyfriend since the Super Bowl. What happened to all of that, you know? Or was that just that whole thing around the podcast and the Taylor Lewin thing, you know? And so he wanted to bring attention to the whole NFL boyfriend thing, even though he was coming for people's wives on Twitter, you know? And showing their Twitter names and exposing them and talking badly and saying, oh, the whole town of Casper, Wyoming has welcomed me and my boyfriend, this fake NFL boyfriend that he made up in his head so that everybody would believe it, and then gets in interviews and says, oh, I love, you know, like, rappers and NFL players and all this kind of stuff, and gets in this podcast and says, NFL player, he has never been with an NFL player. I don't buy it. I don't believe it. I think it's all crap. I think Jeffree Star is a very sad person that has, you know, financially done well at the expense of his audience on YouTube through the years and his music career before that on MySpace. But I don't think he's a very happy person. I think he's a very sad person, and I think that's why he bites out like that at people, right? And he takes any opportunity, pop culture-wise, to say, okay, this is what I'm going to do. I'm going to say something about this. If Hailey Bieber did not have a skincare brand, he wouldn't come out and say anything about it, right? You know? The next thing he's going to do is he's going to review Selena Gomez's beauty brand and whatever. I mean, it's just, he's trying to bring attention to himself via them and what's going on with that. And it's really kind of sad and pathetic. You know, why didn't you just get in a video and say what you thought about all of it and say, I'm team, you know, Selena all the way and blah, 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 blah. We're not about bullying. Okay, I would have respected that. But he has to make it about the brand, right? He has to, like, indirectly take down the brand. So, which is whatever, but, you know, I'm not saying the PR, the packaging, whether it was whatever, is nice or not, but, and then a lot of people were like, well, why did she send PR to Jeffree Star. She didn't send PR to Jeffree Star. Jeffree Star says that you have to, okay, this is the thing with Jeffree Star. You have to listen very carefully. And I have listened to this man over the years, and he picks his words so carefully that if you don't listen carefully, you don't really hear what he's saying, okay? So then you assume that what he's saying is, oh, they sent me PR. I can't tell you how many times this man has insinuated that they sent him PR when there was no PR sent to him. You know what I mean? So, you know, it's just, the whole thing is just ridiculous to me, and he's using all of this fight between Hailey Bieber and Selena Gomez to get a rise up, just like he did with the Michaela Nogueira thing, okay, with the Lashgate. He was trying to use her to get a rise up. Who's going to be the next person, you know? And the really sad thing about it is that Jeffree Star at one point was this person that, like, people were like, I mean, he was at the top of his game. He was getting millions and millions of views on YouTube, and that wasn't because people weren't watching YouTube, okay, that it started to fall. That was because of Jeffree Star being problematic. If Jeffree Star had stopped being problematic, taken responsibility for his actions, and actually changed, and I have said this time and time and time again in videos, right? Lessons are repeated until they are learned, all right? It's something that I believe in my personal life as well, that you have to actually look at what is happening in your life and take inventory of that and take evaluation of that and say, if I don't change in this area, this is going to really affect me in the long run. Jeffree Star has not changed. This is going to continue to affect him. Go back to my videos 3 years ago, and I said his problematic villain behavior of being hurtful to other people and lashing out and blocking people and being nasty is going to hurt his career. And it has. And it's going to continue to hurt his career. And Jeffree doesn't seem to, it's going to continue to hurt his career until he changes. But I don't believe that he's ever going to change. Because I believe at his core, this is who Jeffree Star is. Now, I do believe that people can change, but I think with a lot of work, I don't know what has made Jeffree Star such a hurt person. I don't ever claim to understand that. And I don't think that he would ever be willing to say he is a hurt person, okay? But I believe that hurt people. And he just continues to want to hurt people. And he doesn't even have anybody around him anymore. And, you know, Jeffree Star at this point seems to have two different kind of areas that he goes to. One, we see him being very silent on the ranch, okay? Just kind of pushing out his jerky and all that kind of stuff and whatever, doing his jerky. We either see that, okay, where he's very silent and he's quiet and he's staying out of drama. And he did that for like 6 months. He wasn't part of the drama at all. Or we see Jeffree Star coming out and engaging in all this drama. And that is what has been happening for the last 3 months. He's been engaging in a lot of drama again. You know, first it was the NFL stuff, then it was Michaela Nogueira, and now it's this. And there's been other little things in between. And it's like, okay, Jeffree, what's going on? Do you need attention, honey? Do you need attention? Do you remember when you, like, if your parents out there, or, you know, you got the kid that is, like, always needing attention and whatever, and you're like, sweetheart, do you need some attention? Jeffree, do you need some attention? We can give you some attention if you need it, Jeffree. You don't have to be acting a fool to get some attention. So anyway, let me know what you guys think about all of that in the comment section below. I love you, and I will see you tomorrow. Bye.